Hello and welcome back to Moss Valley. It is now early April and we've got lots of work to do. It's time to start planting our sorghum, so let's get going. Before we get started on the field work though, we do have a little job of feeding the chickens this morning. If you watched the last episode, you'll know that we are going to leave the cows with the hay for today, or for April in fact, and going to give them more TMR. I've forgotten words already. I'm trying to think, do I have a bucket for the telehandler? I'm not sure that I do. Let me just check. Turns out I didn't have a bucket because I was using the small Stroutman to feed the chickens because it doesn't have a large capacity. But we've got that loaded up with pallets of seed and big bags of fertilizer, so we are coming up to get the bucket. And I think rather than having to do 2 trips while we're up here, shall we have a look at a seeder and see if we can attach it onto the back here? I'm not sure if we can, but we could give it a try. That cost us a couple of grand, I think, by the way, as well, about 2 grand. And this time for seeders, I wanted to go for something a little bit bigger. Now I think we used the Horse Pronto for planting the wheat. We used the 3DC for doing our grass. I'm wondering if we try the Farmet Falcon. I think that could work nicely for us. I'm just trying to look. I think everything else is, yeah. Everything else is a bit mid, as they say these days. I think we'll go with that. We're gonna lease this. Doesn't come with any options. It's a monster, isn't it? Absolute monster. Where's my cockling jockey? That's what I want. Right. We shall lease that. It's going to cost us 6.5 grand plus a daily lease, and then however many hours we put on it. So let's see if we can get this on the back. I think because it's got a 3-point hitch, we should at least be able to connect it and pull it. Although this with the all-wheel steering on and the length of the telehandler with the length of that seeder is absolutely massive. Quite a thing today. Right, let's get back to the farm. Oh yes, you may have already noticed visually things look a little bit different. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm trying what I can to get rid of those nasty rings of render and the popping and stuff like that. So you'll see that the rendering and everything is a little bit better, but so that I could expand without a massive drop in frame rate. I'm playing in 1080p and I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. You guys will have to let me know how you feel on how it looks when it comes out your end. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of upscaling during the editing process either. You know, if this is 1080p and I upscale it to 2K, it's not really 2K. So you can tell the difference. I might do 2. I might render 2. I might render a 1080 and render a 2K and see what I think, and then decide on which one I upload. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Am I just a graphics snob? So we'll just get the feed hatch open for the chickens. Now we'll probably need 2 bucket loads. Shouldn't take a lot. We can just get underneath. There we are. Oh, I think we've overshot. Just kept rolling. Where's the handbrake? Okay. So we want the wheat. So it's 2,600 litres. And then once we're on, should be able to just tip that in there. Lift the bucket up, hope that it went in. And we'll grab another fill. Having a wobble again. No handbrake. Crazy. Perhaps someone could add that in as a mod. A universal handbrake for all vehicles. Right. So let's just check the feed. And yeah, they're up there. It's probably 79%, isn't it? So they're all good. We've got a lot of chickens now. We've got 14, 16. 14, 16? We haven't got 14, 6, 4, 2, and newborns. We're going to sell these pretty soon. We'll get our jobs done, and then we'll look into selling. That's what we'll do. So I'll get this put away, and then we'll get set up for some planting, and we'll be putting the Fendt with the Farmer Falcon 6 Pro FERT Plus. That's its full name. So we should be able to put some fertilizer in here as well. Easy up there, sir. No rush. No mad rush. Right, so the few sort of pallet big bags of seed that we already have, I've got parked up just here. Pulled them out. So we'll see if we can get them loaded in. Are they close enough? We are starting to fill. There's not a lot in them. There's only one of them that's full. The others are 2 half bags. And then what fertilizer we have is on what I was hoping to be our tender wagon, which is still parked up around here. Not sure if I'm going to be able to pull that from there. I doubt it. No, not close enough. Okay, that's fine. We'll stick it on the Massey anyway, because I think we're going to need it. We're probably going to need to head out to the store and get some more stonks anyway. So we finished getting the seed in. We're now getting some fertilizer, and we're going to end up emptying both of them bags. Roll on precision farming when when that gets a little bit more accurate. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to get some more fertilizer. We shall cycle through because we want... Can we not plant with this? Canola, long grain rice, oilseed, grass, peas, spinach, wheat, barley, oats, canola. We can't plant sorghum with this? Well, with that grand revelation, I'm not going to return the seeder and buy a planter, because we need a planter for that. We are going to switch over to oats, which is quite lucky for us. I've already put in my GPS. Start in the middle. Lock ourselves in. We'll get everything unfolded. Doing all of it arse about face. I'm all thrown off already for this episode. All thrown off already. Not good look. Not a good start. But we're up and running. For oats. For oats. So yeah, we're running the same as what we took out now, which is a little bit annoying. I didn't want to do that, but we'll we'll do better next time. Once we've got a seeder and a planter of our own, it'll be all good. Don't worry, we know that we're gonna have to run through this and find the next row again, so I'm just gonna keep going. I've got 4 headlands set, so it's gonna give me plenty of space to turn around, I hope. If we turn it off, turn it back on again, you'll see we're still on the line. There is one here. But I hope you're all well. Thank you for coming back and joining us. If you are a returning viewer, if this is the first one, then thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to go back and find out how we got here and watch the previous episodes of the series. My name's Mr. Farquhar. I am a stumbling grumpy farmer. This is what we do here. We make mistakes and we just live with it. All good with that. So I think we're pretty much at the end. Turn it around. So it should give us plenty of room. Yeah, I'm not liking this 1080p. I'm not gonna lie. And I know a lot of people play 1080p and they like it and they're happy with it. It's, yeah. You know, it's that swings and roundabouts at the minute. At least the whole field is the right colour. Whereas if I was running this as I normally would in 2K, the ring of render would have to be brought into standard maximum. I'm doing extra. So it's normally set at 200. I'm now set at 350. So we're getting everything rendered in a little bit further. But yeah, I just picture fidelity. It's a sort of bit of a loss, but again, you guys let me know. You guys let me know. I'm going to try and a little bit of that. Get my words in. I'm going to try not to just focus on that. But it should be a slightly smoother experience with things popping in, popping out. It's just. I hate to get into it again, but it's just annoying that that's what you have to do in a game that's made in 2025. Right. Bring it around. So yeah, this is going to be a long job. I'm going to be out here all of today and tomorrow. So this is going to be probably quite a solo event for me. You know, we can talk about things, you know, plans for the farm and what have you. But if you've been following along, you know what we want to do. We want to get this in the ground. We want to get it in the ground. We really want to be looking to get some more cows. That would be nice. I'd like to get another, either a pasture or a cow barn for the cows, because at the moment we can't take cows. Not that it's a problem. We can't take cows out of our cow barn and put them somewhere else. That trigger doesn't work at the moment. The map has been updated and fixed, and I believe everything has been sent off to Giants again for the next round of testing. So we'll see how that goes. So we never know. We might get an update much sooner, but yeah. So I'm not quite sure whether to try and rush building another cow barn. Not that we've really got the money to, or to try and place down a pasture and say get more cows that way. Just get some young ones and try and raise them. That could be something we do. You know, I would like to get some sheep down as well. They're pretty easy to feed, easy to maintain, and wool is quite a good little product to have to put out there. Just to sort of facilitate more income with not a lot of work, really. Sheep. That's what we like about sheep. That's what we like about sheep and chicken, is you just feed them. That's it. Feed them the basics, and they make you money. Oh, and it may already have come out, so you might already know this. I'm not quite sure where we're at with this schedule and things. I did manage to sort out doing my year 1 supercut, and again for that I had to change this resolution just to fit it onto YouTube. Again, wasn't happy about going to 1080p, but if it's the only way I can get it out there, it's the only way I can get it out there. I'm not sure how others manage to get really long high resolution videos out. YouTube was not having any of it for me. So yeah, that's something else I'm going to try and keep doing. At the end of each year I'll do a super cut of that. I'll try and cut out obviously sign-offs and welcoming ins, and I didn't do a lot, if any, in the last one, but I might even try and cut out some unnecessary chatter that's not going to be relevant to someone watching that whole year in a bunch, rather than maybe like episodic as we're going along. So I might do a little bit more editing to it. But that's there for those who like to maybe watch content in a longer format. I know I quite often watch content in a longer format. It's a little bit easier, sometimes anyway, it's a little bit easier to come back to one really long video and just continue watching than it is going into a playlist, finding that episode and go. It's not always easy. YouTube's not always, should we say, consistent with when you continue watching an episode from a playlist at always playing the following episode in that playlist. Whereas if you've got one long supercut, obviously it works, it comes in. Now I'm getting through this at quite a nice rate, I think. Not doing too bad. I don't think it's going to take as long as I thought it would. I think because when I cultivated this, we were going at like 4 or 5 miles an hour, and this took forever. We're going twice as quick. We're going at 10 miles an hour. So yeah, I think we're gonna get this field done today, which means we might even be able to get out and plant our other oat field, what was going to be our other sorghum field. So we might be able to get that planted as well, all in April 1, which might open up some opportunities for work elsewhere, maybe some sowing, some mowing. I know that we're going to have some mowing of our own to do, so I'll have to keep an eye on that, see how our meadows are growing, especially our earlier ones. I'm not sure whether we go out and I might try it on maybe 2 of them, because we're going to do a fair bit of grass work, because we're going to do the dairy and we're going to do a bit of silage for sale. Whether to purchase a meadow roller so we can row the fields or row the meadows, we'll see. But I also want to row our crop fields once they're done. So there's still, it's not like, oh, if once we've planted we've not got anything to do. I'd like to roll the fields. We'll need to put down some more fertiliser afterwards, and then yeah, like I said, we've got grass work to get stuck into. Really need to find some more money from somewhere. And you might be wondering why I'm constantly worrying about money when we've got nearly 300 grand in the bank. That 300 grand, if we don't keep bringing a little bit of income in, it's just dwindling away. It's dwindling away, dwindling away rather quickly as well. We're still paying out, well, not even paying out, we're still running a negative every month of about 9 grand. So we need to have some sort of income coming in. And currently the only income we've got set to come in is nothing. 10 grand from milk every 2 months and about 10 grand from eggs every 3 or 4 months. We have got about 100,000 litres of wheat in storage. Now, in the last 12 months, our hens have gone through, I think, about 25,000 litres, including what we just put in. So we could sell some of that, because we're probably going to get about 60,000 litres off of the wheat field behind us. So we could sell half of that, and half of that would be worth around about 50 grand right now. Because if not, we've not got any other money coming in, real money coming in, either until we have some silage to sell, which wouldn't be until July, August time probably, or until this oat is ready to be sold at its peak price, and that's not until next January again, or December, January time. So if we're going to go negative 10 grand, plus whatever we have to lease, keep the farm running, doing jobs, that money's going to disappear pretty quick. So yeah, that's why I talk a lot about making money. This is all about paying off a debt. We started with a £5 million debt. We currently have a debt of 4.85 million, something like that. We've paid off about 115,000 from a £5 million debt. But we did it in a year. We did that in the first year. Like I said at the start as well, I didn't want this to be a silage rinse and repeat. We've got to grow crops, we've got to do the animals, we've got to run a farm, not just a silage farm, because it's too easy and it's, you know, super repetitive, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, yeah, so any ideas of what we can do to try and make money, let me know. But I'll keep going. I'll probably bring you guys back when I'm finishing the headlands. I think, as you can see, I'm making decent progress. It's 11:15. We're about 50% of the way through the entire field, including headlands. So, yeah, I'll bring you guys back nearer the end. I'll just crack on with this. I'll pop something on the other screen, and I'll soldier on, get things done. Actually, no, I will. I'll bring you back for a refill, because we're definitely going to need a refill. But I'll see you in a bit. So we're nearly out of seed and fertilizer on the field, so I made a quick trip up, bagged myself 4 more bags of fertilizer down on the back. I wonder what they're growing. I like that. That's nice. A nice little texture of it. The tufts coming through. It looks like the top of my head. Tufts, whatever it is they're planted, coming through there. That looks nice. Looks good. Looks good despite not looking good. I still can't get over this 1080p thing. I'm not sure how many episodes I'll do like this. We'll see. We'll see. I'll wait for the feedback. So it might be 2 or 3 anyway. But I'll wait for the feedback. See what you guys say. See what you 3 that watch it. What you think. Oh, we had some failed seed in there. We might have to come back out and put some more grass seed in. Try again. I think we've got a few patches like that, so we'll have to go around and assess our grass. That's why it'd be nice to be able to have a nice little seeder on the farm, so we can just go out and touch them up ourselves. Because that's going to be quite a machine going out into our little meadows once we're finished doing this seed, and to go and go touch up where it failed to come through. That's what we're going to call it. That's where it failed to come through. It's not where I failed to seed it properly. That's where the seed has failed. Adding some realism. Right, so I'm hoping I can grab maybe the fertilizer. Just 1 bag. Right, and then a bit of hoo-ha, I know. But then if we come forward, just so that the seeds are within reach, hopefully. No, we're still getting fertilizer. That's annoying, because I didn't want more fertilizer. Come on. Now we get the seed. Stuff like that. It would be nice if there was like a, I don't know, since it allows us to do this auto filling off the side, if there's a toggle for which one you wanted, that would be nice, because I didn't need all that fertilizer. We'll take a little bit more seed. Actually, we'll just fill up. We'll fill up. Right. So I shouldn't need you until we possibly, when we're in the second field. It's now lunchtime as well. So the day is going. Like I say, I did say it'd probably be a full day out here, and it does look like it is going to be a full day out here. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is now April 2. It took until about 5:30 to finish seeding that field. So I figured I'd get some rest, and we'd head out to the second field that needs planting this morning, and then hopefully we'll have some time to either do some fertilizing or some rolling or something. There's always more jobs to be done. We'll get our beacons on while we're out here. Now, it's going to be a right challenge. There's the patch. It's going to be a right challenge for me to get this massive seeder in through that gate. So, I'll probably see you once I'm on the field and sort out my my GPS, if I'm going to use GPS. Well, we got stuck in all the ways you could think about getting stuck. It's now 7:10. I have got my my GPS route in, and we're going to start on the far end, I think. I think it's going to make sense. It doesn't really matter because we're going to do the inland and then the headland. I'm just going to try and get it to where it makes sense for me. Hopefully following some of the plough lines, but probably not all of them. So if we get ourselves unfolded, I think we'll be alright not doing that top patch. I'm going to drop this down, get this done. So this shouldn't take half the time that it took to do the first one. Getting our roots in the ground. Loving it. Not sorghum. But, you know, mistakes were made. That'll probably be the title of this one. Mistakes were made. But that's sort of what I do. I did top up the cedar with some more oat seed before sort of heading out this way, and topped it up last night. I put one more, or like a half pallet I think it was. Let's get this on just to make sure we don't miss too many patches. Yeah, a half pallet in there to bide us over. A little bit tight. I do overrun, but that's just me. You could say I don't need to have such large headlands, but it just makes it easier for me in how I like to do things. I definitely have more missing patches than I already have if we didn't have the excessive headland space. Plus I wouldn't be able to just whip it around like that. There'd be all the backing up and doing, and I'd end up driving over where we've already sown, and it would just look nasty. At least when the job is done, it looks okay. Oh, I wonder what our view is from here. This is our first time up on the new fields. Proper, working. That looks alright, doesn't it? That looks decent. For 1080. I'm going to grumble about it forever. That's me. I'm not happy unless I'm grumbling about something quite clearly. In trying to fix one issue that annoys me, I've just created... Oh, I forgot to lift. I've just created another issue that's going to annoy me just as much, so I don't know where I'm better off. Probably better off not playing the game. Going back to FS17 and being blissfully happy. That's where I'd be better. But I think so that we can try and get some other jobs in this episode, I am going to just crack on with this. It'll probably be about midday, and then in the afternoon we'll see if we can get some field rolling done. I think that'll sort of be a bit of a plan. Yeah, I don't want this to be like an excessively long episode where we're just doing the same job. But that is farming, you know, you spend days just planting, days just seeding, days just cultivating, days just harvesting. That is how it goes. I don't know why we try and pretend that that's not how it is. But that is farming. And that's how I play. But I'll see you when I'm finished here. I'll go back to watching Kill Carnage play Avowed and continue to sow my oats. Well, our seeding is complete. Our oats are sown, 10:10. I'm going to keep the seeder for another day, and then tomorrow we'll go out into the grass meadows and we'll check what I missed, and we will replant where the seeding hasn't taken. That's what we're saying, isn't it? It hasn't taken. But we are going to go and roll our 2 oak fields because we kept the roller. I remember. We kept the roller. I remember because I saw it as I came in. So I'm going to go start with a small one. Have that done. And to be fair, that would have been a busy few days, really. I know it's only, what do we do? Feed the chickens, plant 2 fields. But that's a big field. That took all day to do. You know, it took a good chunk of the morning to do this smaller one. Just getting things done. And like I say, hopefully rolling will give us that. I'm sure it's something like 2%. I'm sure it used to be in 22, 2% bonus. We want to try and get as big a bonus to all of our crops. So that's what we want to do. Like I say, I might, not quite sure how I'd experiment it. I might try and experiment with the grass. See if I can get this in here while I'm talking. I doubt it. Experiment with the grass. Get a grass roller, and maybe roll two of the meadows, and not 2 of the others, and just see what the final percentage is. This is a little bit smaller and a little bit easier to maneuver. So this will, I was going to say this will go through on camera. But no, it won't. That post is going to stop me. Let's get out and give it a little... Hit in the bush. Let's give it a little kick. If we can. See if that will bring it in. Nope. Go on. It's you round. Just force it in. Definitely going to have to give that gate a wider berth next time around. That's the thing, that trying to get slightly larger machinery, you know, good sized tractors. It's a small British map. The gates aren't that big. You have to work with what works on the map, really. And I need to get better at driving, but I think we're going to get some sliding with this again. I think it's so slow. So slow. Being naughty and down my headland first, but I just thought that might be just a little bit easier while we're chatting away, just round and round in circles for a bit. But I'm going to get this one rolled. I will go straight into the larger field. I'll get that rolled. That'll be my plan for the rest of April 2. I should imagine that will take me to the rest of the day. Like I say, we'll come back out April 3. We'll check on those grass meadows. We may go out and fertilise the 2 that we've just planted. I think they're both going to want a second lot of fertiliser. Oh, that's a terrible turn. Whether we do it before the growth or after the growth. It's probably better to do it after the growth rather than rolling straight in. There are 1 or 2 other little things we could do. I'm just thinking there isn't a lot to do. But I might lease that wood chipper and get the trees out of the way that I want done. Being up here, there may be some more as well that go in there. So that might be some sort of early spring work, or even some middle spring work. We could even go through until March, just to sort of move things along, I guess. And then we could fertilise, because we should have a growth state, or a growth stage on by then, I think. If we go into March, so we'll have a little bit of green on here. Yeah, so I might do that. I did say we might not use all 3 days. It's just certain months, especially when there's grass work to do and there's a lot of it. 2 days just didn't feel enough, especially, and again, when it comes to the harvest, it's just getting it all in a short space of time. So that's why we have gone to the 3, but we don't have to use all 3. But I do still have to obviously pay the debt, and we've earned no money today. We have spent money. We are leasing. We are buying product, buying fertilizer, buying seed. But it is all to eventually recoup a greater income. Hopefully. Yeah, it doesn't like that turn. It has that little slide on it. But yeah, I'll spend the rest of my my day getting this done, and I'll either see you in April 2 or May 1. That could be it. Could be May. Going for, I think I said March. Going backwards. Yeah, could see you in May. So hopefully you have enjoyed this one. Hopefully I've managed to cut it down somewhat, make it digestible. I do appreciate you guys coming back and supporting the series, supporting the channel, supporting me. Any comments, any feedback down there, I am open to. I'd love to get a little bit more feedback on the series, a little bit more feedback from you guys on, you know, what you'd like to see, what we should try, any crops you could recommend if we take a plunge to buy another field. What should we grow? Quite happily have this a little bit interactive and you guys have a say. But that is going to be it for this one. So like I say, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give a big fat thumbs up down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell notification on. Find out when new videos are going live. As always, comments and feedback down there. If you wish to support the channel further, channel memberships are available, starting from as little as 99 pence. Massive shout out to the channel members. You guys are awesome. Ultimately, you all have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.